Binge the full week ad free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 52. This is the 1-year anniversary of the show that will not stop. This time last year, I remember, obviously, early COVID. This was the time where Trump was still trying to pretend that the virus wasn't even a thing. Kind of a crazy thing this time last year. I was driving Uber and Lyft and all of those things. I was actually not feeling well myself. So, it's just like millions of other people, potentially, maybe I had it back then. I don't know. But I remember not feeling very good. I remember it's for the Valley, things would be starting to kind of get going as far as events that are going on. There was the big tennis event in Indian Wells. I remember getting that being shut down. Like one of my last orders I delivered, it was a food delivery, probably for Postmates. A big food delivery that I was waiting at the restaurant for like an hour, and I was nervous because you don't really make a lot of money with Postmates or any of the food delivery services. You really rely on that tips. And I was really worried that I wasn't going to get a tip. But yeah, got a nice tip. It was actually a nice way to end my driving career. Because I haven't driven. I mean, I drive my van now and then. It's not running right now, but I haven't driven for those gig things in forever, which is nice because when the pandemic hit, thankfully they added provisions for gig workers to collect unemployment. So thankfully, even though it took months and months before I was approved, my mental health went very, very down, down. I survived. It was crazy. It's been a crazy year, going from losing work to not knowing if I was going to. I thought, before I got the stimulus check and my unemployment, I thought I was going to get my van was going to get repossessed. I can't pay rent, so I don't know what that's going to be like. Thankfully, I rent from a friend, so she was able to help, not charge me money for rent, but also, offered to help pay for stuff. But thankfully, everything kind of kicked in. Literally, everything started to kick in when I spent my last, I think like $50 on groceries, which is crazy. It's crazy how as long as you just keep going, keep pushing, sometimes on that final moment where nothing else can happen, things can kind of go good. And not only did, financially things got better, but it really felt like people were taking it serious at the beginning. And then, then we had the George Floyd thing, which I can't believe that's going to be a year coming up here pretty soon. And that changed a lot of things. We got rid of the horrible president that was not doing anything for anybody during this time of need. We got control in the House and the Senate. I would consider myself a Democrat, a progressive Democrat in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's insane. It is insane to think. I would have predicted just what my life situation. I've been able to, like, not only like I had during the time where I didn't know if I was going to get unemployment. I didn't know if I was going to get the stimulus check. I was running out of money. There was no work. Like, I also had equipment, the equipment that I used to record the many faces, my phone, my camera. I had equipment die. My camera and my phone died, I think, the same week. So I had to completely overhaul how I produced not completely overhaul, but I had to change up a lot of things on how what I use to produce the show. How I what equipment I use to produce the show is a lot different today than it was a year ago. It's amazing. It's like a lot of opportunities to just give up, I guess. But I know there's nothing else, like, as far as doing this show and making my art, there's nothing else in life. Those are the things that give me fuel to, like, and my dog and my friends and stuff like that. There's other things that I alive here today for, but the life has given me a lot of opportunities to just reconsider the turning the light switch off on your own. But it's been an insane year for everybody, I'm sure. Um, but yeah, this I mean, and doing this show, doing kind of like the diary style podcast show, I'd kind of wanted to do that. It's very similar to podcasting that I was doing before. Instead of just reviewing movies, instead of just doing the things that I was doing. Um, so it's been nice. It's been nice just kind of letting everybody know what I've been doing. It also kind of keeps me accountable because, I see that I'm not doing the things I want to do, and when I have to, sit in front of the camera and talk about my week, it's nice to have good things that I can talk about, things that I've actually been doing, or just anything. I mean, it's kind of hard to have any kind of new things to talk about because there's not a whole lot going on. It's hard to, I guess, in some ways, to discuss what my life is like when I'm not living much of it. Just kind of in my room, getting everything delivered, trying to stay away from everybody, trying to be a good human being and respecting the other people in this world around me, not trying to get any of them sick. If I can, if and it's to be honest, this lifestyle, this pandemic lifestyle, suits me very well. I actually really enjoy being alone, or at least having control of when and who I spend my time with, and energy with. It's been quite nice. It's been quite nice. It would have been nicer to be spending this time, like at a beach or like somewhere where I can just, just a different location would probably be nice, so I can get out. I'd probably walk around if I was living in Denver still, which I would definitely have not survived if I was living in Denver. I'd probably be walking around a lot if I was in Denver. But anyway, this week I signed up for another Patreon page. Of course, I signed up for the Slash Filmcast Patreon to get the ad-free episodes, but also to get the After Dark episodes, which I enjoy. It's one of my favorite podcasts all time. So it was a no-brainer to sign up and support that one. And I also signed up for Getting Dug with High because it is a show that I miss dearly. It is a Patreon-only show at this point. But for $4.20, being able to catch up, I've been marathoning Getting Dug with High episodes. I've missed it. It is fun just sitting around listening to Doug and other comedians smoke weed and just talk. Of course, Taylor Rizzo is the Dab King, and he's still dabbing it up. He's informing everybody about the how amusement parks are dealing with the pandemic. And then there's, I believe her name is Ashley. I apologize if I got that wrong. She does news, like a news segment, but it's a little bit more relaxed than the previous version of Getting Dug with High. I kind of like it. But yeah, it's been fun to kind of have that back in my life as well. So that's what I've been doing this week. A lot of watching and listening to Getting Dug with High. I also did a big update with the many faces, just trying to get ahead of things so I can kind of get other things done that I need to get done. So just recently did a big update of that. Also changed the background for when I take the photos of my artwork, just kind of make it look a little bit better. Always trying to take little small steps to improve, trying to constantly review everything, how I do everything, what everything looks like, and always trying to see, if there's anything I can eliminate, something I can add. My work is my bonsai tree, and it's small adjustments over time that allow it to grow in these different shapes. Um, so look forward to the new look of some of the paintings. But some of the stuff that I'm planning on doing now that I have more free time is a lot of my old podcasts, like the Inspired Disorder podcast, the 24-hour podcast, and just some other podcasts. They're going to be exclusive to my Patreon page, patreon.com/inspired disorder. So not only will you get the Ray Taylor show, you'll be able to binge the full week ad-free over on the Patreon page, but you'll get access to all the old podcasts that I've done. So those will no longer be on my YouTube page. Maybe a few episodes here and there, but most of that stuff's going to go Patreon exclusive. So look forward to that. I'm also, of course, going to be getting into the NFTs. I haven't had the time to really kind of figure out how I want to do that yet, but that should be coming hopefully in the next week. But yeah, it's been a crazy year during the pandemic, a crazy year. Still trying to get things done, still trying to be productive, and trying to make sure that when all of this financial aid that I'm getting goes away, that I have a business, my income through the things that I do can hopefully sustain me. So yeah. But yeah, it's been crazy. And for those that have had or are having tough times during the pandemic, things that have gotten me through and helped me out, TikTok, surprisingly, going on TikTok rabbit holes. There's been I enjoy it so much. It's amazing how fun it is to just watch TikTok videos. Podcasts like All Fantasy Everything and Doug Loves Movies have been on constant rotation. I'm going back listening to old episodes. I love the Doug Loves Movies episodes from when he was still doing live shows. So it's kind of a way to time travel back to a different time. TV shows like Parks and Recreation, The Office, Community have been amazing. Wayne is another great show. So a lot of great shows, podcasts, and social media, and then also playing Call of Duty on my phone has been a lot of fun as well. But yeah, that's it for the 1-year anniversary of Rona Dayz. This stuff is not stopping. The pandemic is still here. Rona Dayz is still going, and I'll be back with another episode next week. Same Rona time, same Rona days. Make sure you support our sponsor, Station House Coffee. Give them a follow on Instagram and go to the website, stationhousecoffee.com. Order yourself some amazing small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, shipped directly to you. Let them know the Ray Taylor Show sent you. Follow Station House Coffee on Instagram and go to stationhousecoffee.com and order your coffee today. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.